This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Oh, great to have the big Pav, Matthew Pavlich, in the house. Of course, an absolute superstar of the AFL and my former teammate. Pav and me get down south often at Christmas period. One of my great times down there is when the great man got married, and it was this festival of Pav. The day, because his birthday is on New Year's Eve. And so day after day, it was just a celebration of the...
There was just events, wasn't there?
It was.
By the end, I was talking to someone the other day, Tracy Vo actually, who'd just been down at Engine Up Spa for a bit of a getaway for her birthday, because Lauren and I went there for our initial honeymoon post the wedding.
Yes.
Before I think we went to North America sort of 12 months later. But at the end of so we had a pre-wedding thing with about 30 of our sort of close family and friends, which was a massive night, sort of 2 a.m. finish. Then the wedding 2 nights later, then follow-up drinks the next day at Cave's house.
Yes.
And then my birthday, New Year's Eve, of course, to finish it. And there was, I don't know, probably 100 people in this place that Mum and Dad had. And it was, by the end of it, I was like, I don't want to see anyone.
That's right.
I don't want to talk to anyone.
There is nothing else left to say to any of these people.
But it was so much fun. So, yeah, that was, and we'll have to, the last time I saw you down there, Shawnee, you were coming out of the surf. You could hardly see. Your eyes were bloodshot. You were exhausted.
I thought you were going to say it was like Daniel Craig coming out of the ocean in a Bond movie.
I have seen him in some light blue powder blue skins before.
Try and get a shirt on me when I'm down there. That's the hardest thing. Pav, there's some big information coming through, and you'll be covering this, I would have thought, with Channel 9, which is the United Cup.
I see what's happening here.
Tennis.
Sports journo on Sports Journo. Yeah, right.
There we go.
I try to keep up.
Are you a sports journo?
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
Okay, you are.
Hang on, wait. Are you?
No.
100%.
Presenter.
Someone's going to give me a document. I'm just waiting. You know those post doctorates you get from uni?
Yes. Yeah. Like an honorary doctorate. Yeah.
I can see Sean McManus walking down there at Winthrop Hall at UWA, just cruising through, tipping the hat.
Tipping the hat.
Yeah.
What's he
barely finished high school.
United Sport of Australia as well at some point. So United Cup, a very exciting initiative this is. It's really in place of what we all loved and known
as
the Hopman Cup for a long time. 18-team competition, mixed team, and there'll be events in Brisbane and Perth ahead of the final in Sydney. 2 men's singles games, 2 women's singles matches, and then a mixed doubles event. So in Perth, it's the 29th of December. It starts here at RAC Arena. There's Greece and Belgium, France, Croatia and Argentina. So some pretty handy players. So you think about...
Yeah, so Tsitsipas will be here, surely.
Stefanos Tsitsipas and Maria Sakkari from Greece will be here. Belgium have got David Goffin and Elise Mertens. So some really handy players.
Elise got rolled last night. Ola Tomljanovic. Well, in fact, she retired hurt in the third.
Yeah, right.
This is the Billie Jean King Cup at the moment. Aussie's doing really well. Alicia Molik leading.
Say that fast.
Billie Jean King Cup.
So hard, I reckon. Is that true?
No, we all have problems with certain So that's exciting, and I know Perth people are desperate to see tennis again, because we covered with the Wide World of Sports team, we covered the last Hopman Cup, which was so long ago now that Roger Federer and Serena Williams were still going at it. There was the ATP Cup that kind of was in the middle, and then COVID hit, and we haven't seen anything the last couple of years.
That was the only time that Roger and Serena have faced off agast one another in a match. Like, it just doesn't happen.
And it's not going to happen again, is it?
No, that's right. That's done.
It was historic.
Incredible.
It was packed every night, 19,000 people in the house there.
Absolutely.
So it will be great to see some tennis back here in Perth.
Hey, getting back to Roger, you had some good convos.
You're best friends with Roger, aren't you?
There's a famous photo that sits across my social pages and, of course, my wife's social pages, where the three of us, so after one of the matches he played, we were lucky enough to go down to the change rooms, and he was there with his family, and Paul Kildare and Roger's manager at the time we were sort of having a chat, and we were down there with them, and Roger came across. We had a nice conversation. We're the same vintage, 1981, so we were sharing stories about aches and pains. This is when I was still playing in the AFL. And so we do the obligatory photo afterwards, and the photo, go onto our social pages. I'm sort of a little bit of an arm's distance away from Roger. Yeah. Lauren is nestling right in as close as she can get to Roger. It's like, you know what, I could Photoshop this bloke on the left out, the guy with the big nose and the big thighs, and just nestle in. So I said to
She
her,
made her
America and I
choice.
were just over in the corner having a chat, just in case, keeping a watch on what Lauren and Roger are up to.
Well, you don't blame her, do you? Firstly, and
Surely not.
did you mention to Roger about when you play doubles in tennis with me and how
good we were?
we
were dominant. I remember Broome that year, Shawnee, we went up there and it was shirts off straight away on the tennis court. You were serve volley. That was...
Yeah, I'm an Australian...
You're a classic, yeah.
I'm a classic
John
player.
Fitzgerald-like.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Gee, that's turned back the clock. Had the wooden frame and everything. I think we've taken on Justin and Hayes together a couple of times.
Peter Bell and Paul Menhurst back in the day were formidable opponents.
Yeah, well, they have those Asian genes going through both of them, so they're very nifty around the court.
Yeah, sure.
Very.
Baseliners.
Yep.
Hey, the other big news, Shawnee, in the sports world, which I know you're keen to talk about, is the Magic Round in South Australia coming up.
Yeah, they've got all the games, and this is a big windfall from the AFL actually, because for the AFL, for the clubs, because the AFL are going, okay, this money, Pav, is going to go into the soft cap. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So you think back 2 years ago, they cut out about $3 million worth of funds that went into each football department across the 18 teams. So a lot of people lost their job. A lot of people
had to go and work on the mines and stuff. Yeah, it was amazing. Wasn't it?
I know coaches that were stacking shelves at Coles.
Yeah, that's
true.
I mean, look, it happened to everyone, but
yes,
these coaches and admin and various people lost their job or had their pay cut really halved, or if not more. So a lot of it's going back in, so they can look after the players from a wellbeing perspective. And also from a coaching perspective, which is great news. So it's $500,000 goes back in or thereabouts to each club. And it's a pretty big spend from the SA government, but I think it's a great initiative.
So how's it going to work? So are they going to play every single game at Adelaide Oval? What are they going to do?
No.
So where are they going to spread them around?
So the idea...
Noarlunga,
the old Theberton Oval, which is where I played my junior footy. So I think... Gil McLaughlin is probably speaking right now on this topic. So my understanding is there'll be a game up in the Barossa Valley, up at Nuriyupta, which I think you were there earlier this year.
Say it again.
Nuriyupta. Because it's TA, not PA.
There you go.
Then there might be a couple of the suburban grounds which I think might get some funding to upgrade the facility. So, incredible initiative. Round 5, it's pegged for, and
are there enough people that want to go and watch 9 games of football
in South Australia?
Yeah.
Probably not, but I think they're
hoping that Victorians will travel and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tourism initiative,
Yes.
and it's come from their tourism budget. SA government pouring some money in to get people to go to South Australia, and you were there.
Yeah, I was there in Adelaide in April, and we went up to the Barossa for the day. Adelaide's a great town, and the food and the bar scene, brilliant.
Yeah,
we had so much fun.
I spoke to people yesterday saying, we've been trying to get to a game, see Freo and maybe commentate and all that, and people were like, oh, we're going for sure. We're definitely heading across round 5. It's May, nice weather.
Yeah,
we'll go to the vineyards and we'll
not an overly long flight. Yeah,
catch a couple of games.
Easy to get around.
Good weekend.
Yeah,
bloody oath.
Yeah, and Adelaide Oval's a lovely venue as well.
Yeah,
as a spectator, it's good fun.
Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Yesterday we got the opportunity to catch up with our Wildcat champion Mitch Norton. In fact, he's over in Kazakhstan playing for the Boomers tonight, Natalie.
Yes, they take on Kazakhstan at 10 o'clock tonight. If you have a look, see if you can find it.
Chuck it in the calendar, absolutely. And of course, we just start off by controversially asking him about the weather conditions.
It's a bit chilly over here.
Yeah, so what's the temp? Where are we at today?
I think it's like -4 right now, and snowing. Like it's actually snowing. It's the first time I've been somewhere where it's falling from the sky.
Oh, wow. How exciting. That must be beautiful, is it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah,
it's lovely when you're inside looking out. Yeah.
Inside is boiling hot.
Yeah, right.
Like it's the complete opposite. The heating and everything they have here it's really good, but man, I've had to crack the window last night just to cool down a little bit. So,
can I just say about your hotel room? I don't know what preconceived notions I have of Kazakhstan, but that hotel room looks really quite nice. And
it just looks like a regular hotel room.
Can you just give us a quick whip around of your hotel room quickly?
I mean, nice curtains.
That's a nice chair. Kazakhstan's have nice chairs.
That is you haven't made your bed. That is a very standard hotel room like we would see anywhere.
Yeah, we're staying at the Marriott. So, it is. It is
the
very
Marriott
nice,
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, the Marriott Astana.
I'm sorry, that is a TV show. I'd watch that reality show.
So Nathan thinks everybody in Kazakhstan gets around with an eagle on their shoulder.
Yeah.
What's it actually like, Mitch?
to be honest, I don't think I haven't seen too many eagles on shoulders. It's very cold. Everyone's rugged up. So when you are out and about, it's very hard to make anyone out because it's, you got beanies, scarves, masks,
Mittens.
like everything.
And is it
rugged up to the nines? So
is it a modern city or is it kind of like oldie worldy? What's it like? What have you seen so far?
I think we're in like the new capital. So I think there was a capital, but it's recently changed. So it is quite new. The night before, we went to an ice hockey game. We found out that it's like the second best league in the world outside the NHL. So
wow,
to go to a stadium like that, it seats like 11,000. It was pretty cool to witness and be a part of. The team's not doing so well apparently. All the big Russian clubs have come and paid all their players, so they've all left.
Of course, how are you going to argue with them?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, it's a really cool experience so far. We've only had one session on the floor. There was a bit of interruption with court hire and things like that. But,
oh, wow.
They're sabotaging you.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, we're meant to have a training session. We tried to organise courts and everything before we left. And it just kind of hit radio silence. So
yeah, they're like, we've got an outdoor court for you to play on.
Are you joking?
Yeah, so by FIBA standard, you have to, I guess, designate a court 1 game prior, 1 day prior.
Yep.
So tonight we've got training at about 9 o'clock, I think. So 9
So they said, here's a court, you can have it in the middle of the night.
No
Off you go.
way, man.
Exactly, yeah, they're doing everything they actually are obliged to. But it's been nice to hit the floor at least one more time.
Well, you wipe them off the floor anyway.
Wow.
How many games are you playing?
So we've only got 1 game over here. It is a long way to travel.
go.
Yeah, but obviously we have to forfeit the game in Iran because obviously we're not allowed in there. So
that's pretty
for
soft.
safety reasons.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's soft.
Yeah, so they were given the choice. They could move the game to a neutral venue, or they could keep it where it is, and we have to forfeit, and they get the win. So,
Well, I mean,
that's rough, isn't it?
but like if you got to play in Iran, I suppose the crowd chanting defense has never been more accurate.
Horrifying. Do we know much about the Kazakhstani team? What's your intel on who's their star player?
yeah, so we've started to watch a little bit of film on them. They're pretty talented actually. They pushed China a fair way.
Yeah, right.
In some of the FIBA Asia Cup stuff. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think if we play, I guess Boomers basketball and play the right way, which we have been yesterday and will do today. I think we should take care of business. But it's all about, I guess, excellence in the Boomers culture and all that stuff, which is really cool to be a part of.
Hey, what was the flight like to Kazakhstan?
How do you
what
get
are the
there?
hours? What's the stopover?
So after the game in Adelaide, following day flew to Melbourne, stayed there a night at the airport hotel, and then 6:30 a.m. Jumped on a flight to Dubai.
Yep.
Where we stayed in Dubai for about 8 hours in the lounge.
Oh,
No.
yeah. At least the lounge is nice there. Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, no, they do look after you there. And then we had another 4.5 hour flight to Kazakhstan, where we got off the plane and it was snowing. And I was like, whoa.
Well, the snow
Where am
hitting
I?
you and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Culturally as well, what's the food situation and cost associated?
Yeah, it's amazing. Basketball Australia take care of us. The guys here at the Marriott have been first class. Like breakfast, you got an omelette station, and it is fantastic. The salads they've been producing over here is
boring.
top
Move
class.
on. Move on.
No,
We didn't get you on here to talk about
Are you
salad.
serious,
Mitch?
mate?
Come
Don't
on.
make friends with salad.
I mean, the
Simpsons.
dessert station's pretty good as well.
Mate, come on.
What's
What's
meats
the
and
traditional
stuff.
dish
Yeah.
of Kazakhstan? Any local food?
To be honest, I haven't dabbled too much in the local food.
Yeah, you're sending the
It's
Western
been
stuff
staying
from
with
the
what I
Marriott.
know.
Yeah,
Have you found the Irish pub, though? In every country,
exactly.
it doesn't matter where it is, there's an Irish pub. Have you found it yet?
There's coffee bars everywhere,
nice.
and there's a boom boom room. So I'm not sure what a boom boom room is, but it's
Take a friend in, you'll have a wonderful time.
God, it sounds so interesting.
It does.
We're back here, Kazakhstan,
Yeah.
not on the list.
No, never on a tourist destination list. But
No.
Mitch, you're up now, so make your bed.
There are
Good.
Irish pubs. I just googled them. Apparently, there's a Guinness pub in Almaty, Kazakhstan.
But see, that's a great reality show, the Irish pub in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Mad movies as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll be some kind of sushi restaurant on the corner. Have to be. Get some takeaway.
Good luck in the match too.
It's good.
Hope you get a bit of training time, bit of court time. Thanks for talking to us, Mitch.
No worries. Thanks for having me, guys.
See you when you get back.
Hey, mate, unreal.
Cheers.
See you, buddy.
Stay warm.
Bye.
Unbelievable.
Will do.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.